is founded on the idea that people operate by internal maps of the world that they learn through sensory experiences. NLP tries to detect and modify unconscious biases or limitations of an individual's map of the world. NLP is not hypnotherapy. Instead, it operates through the conscious use of language to bring about changes in someone's thoughts or behavior. Now, these are two sources I might suggest you guys check out. Those are in the description tab as well. So, you know what I can do? I think I can pop these up right now for you guys. Just in the chat in case you want them. If you guys don't mind, if you've enjoyed this video so far and hitting the like button, that would be great. Apparently it gets into more people's feeds that way, so that would be great. Okay, and here we go. This is a big one. We've got hypnosis, obviously, which is used both through words and or imagery. Combination of the both, okay? It depends on the person. Some just use one, some use both, some use the other, okay? So one, weaponized hypnosis is being used on a larger scale than most realize, and it disgusts me, okay? It disgusts me. This is a big, big problem. You have a lot of people who are hypnotists. A lot of times they'll even openly admit it, and they're using it against you. Not all people use hypnosis, obviously, in a bad way. Hypnosis can be very beneficial for a multitude of health issues, and it works great. I've gotten it done, and there are good meaning people that do, you know, excellent work to help others. And then you have a segment of this truther community and big time in the spiritual new age parasite class. They use it too, and it's vile. So here are some 4 classic examples, which, you know, you guys have, everybody's seen these types of things, you know. So I just thought I'd put a few up there just so you can kind of be on the lookout for them, which I'm sure most of you already know anyways. Okay, so the next one, another big one here. Okay, so again, deception through interpersonal communication and body language, also lie detecting. You may not feel you have a relationship with some of these content creators being presented, then you are more than likely feeling the same with the person presenting the information to. Please also don't forget that you are investing your time and energy into something that you are passionate about. Please, please don't forget that. In this case, it is the desire for truth, spiritual guidance, or both. There we go. Okay, so ever play this game? 2 truths and a lie. Turn to a partner, tell them 2 things about yourself that are true, and tell them 1 thing about yourself that is a lie. See if they can guess which one is the lie. Now, see, this is just a good example to kind of insert with this. Remember, lie to me. 3 possible ways to detect lying: nonverbal communication, body language, smiling, gaze aversion, local behavior, speech rate, pitch, physiological responses. Sorry, I'm trying to go through them. I can't do it manually. How do we detect deception? 2 kinds of cue to deception: thinking cues, inconsistencies in the story itself, or an overhaul rehearsed story, may speak more slowly. Feeling clues, fear, also incitement. Continued. But just read it yourself, guys. There's no way I'm going to be able to get through this. See that? Truth bias. People tend to assume truth more than lies. is an interactive networked narrative that uses the real world as a platform and employs transmedia storytelling to deliver a story that may be altered by players' ideas or actions. The form is defined by intense player involvement with a story that takes place in real time and evolves according to players' responses. Subsequently, it is shaped by characters that are actively controlled by the game's designers, as opposed to being controlled by an AI as in a computer or console video game. Players interact directly. Same thing would apply with Sunset. If you're going to do it, you need to do it the last hour. Like I said, about 45 minutes before the sun is setting. So if the sun is setting at 6 p.m., you want to go out between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. or like what I do, 5:15 and 6 p.m. So you just got those windows, 45 minutes to an hour after sunrise, 45 to an hour before sunset. Never in between, and always check the UV index, because they have the UV index. You never want, if for some reason some weird thing were to happen, I've never seen it, but you always want to make sure the UV index is okay. Sometimes environmental factors can play a part in this, and it's just better to be safe than sorry and just go the next day if for some reason the UV index is a little higher for some reason. But it shouldn't. But chat, talk with you guys. And this document will be on I'll put it in the description and probably also pin it in a comment. Please, if you can, if you're not already subscribed and you enjoy this video, subscribe, hit the bell, and like. If you like, that'd be great, so it can get out to more people's feeds. At least that's what I'm told, like I mentioned before. I also have 2 backup channels. Anything can happen at any time. I do not bother you and clog up your feeds in those channels. Those are mostly just going to be for an emergency, okay? And then of course I have my future home, which I am going to migrate over to, and we'll be doing exclusive videos where I can actually speak my mind freely 100%. And this is UGEtube, okay? I highly recommend this site. I know a lot of people are like, oh, BitChute. Well, BitChute's controlled, and it's a pile of garbage platform, and I don't trust it. It's right down the street from MI5 or MI6, one of those. So just letting you know. I also have my Twitter. I'm not a big Twitter guy. I don't post a lot of stuff, so this is another area where I'm not going to clog your feed, but you can direct message me there and add me or follow me, whatever. And if you ever want to communicate, that's an alternative option. I also do have Skype, and I will put the Skype up now. If any of you guys would like to call in, you are more than welcome to, because we're pretty much going to conclude the show aspect, the presentation aspect of this. But now what I'll do is I'll go and I'll scroll up. It's by Trump. Huge tube. That's great. I'm just setting up Skype here. Skype is on. So if you guys would like to join in, you are more than welcome. I got my dog going a little crazy here. But yeah, phone line is open. Let me pop up the number for you here. Okay. Having a bit of an issue. But yeah, I think this was a really important show for you to kind of get out there, and I really put in a lot of effort to get it going. So now I'm just going to go through just say hi and check out some of your comments. I know you guys have been talking a lot. Addison, welcome in. Michael Ray, nice to see you as well. Robbie, good to see you, brother. TYU, great to see you. Lockerger, great to see you as well.
Your aid, please!